Have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, that was stupid. I mean, it's good. It's a good like joke movie, but it's just a joke movie. I mean, and I didn't like the ending, and it was kind of a disappointing ending, right? I mean, I really was pissed when he killed the one woman who was just the wife or whatever, and she didn't do anything. It was like, why the fuck you fucking with her? I mean, that was bullshit. So I thought that was really lame. I mean, she already
Apparently,
had
it
it.
has some message about nihilism, but all I got was it from it was like the the killer guy is supposed to like represent nihilism or something. But I don't know. It
I,
just seemed like pointless to me.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, whether it was nihilistic or not, it's fatalism maybe, but not nihilistic necessarily. But I mean, yeah, it was just like I said, there was nobody. This wasn't a good. It wasn't any fun to watch. It just kind of like sucked.
I posted a movie on your website. You were looking for something that really highlighted like the drudgery and monotony of life. This is it. It's called Night Mother.
Night Mother. Oh dear.
Yeah, I posted the full movie, a link to it on your website.
Night Mother. Jeez. Doesn't sound good.
It's pretty good.
I don't like titles with mother in them. Yeah, that's a
Not
bad word.
in favor of mothers. It's very antinatalist.
Yeah. Well, that's what people have been saying about a lot of these movies that suck.
Oh, give it a chance.
Yeah, right. Well, I've given a lot of movies a chance, and they're all kind of depressing the fuck out of me. I mean, I've never been more depressed. I've been watching movies for a week, and I've never been this depressed.
If you're not opposed to subtitles, there are a lot of other movies out there that are better.
I'm just saying they're all kind of flawed.
True.
Do you play video games, Gary?
No, I don't, because that's just a huge waste of time. But I have been in the mood, but I really don't want to go back there.
What kind of consoles do you have?
I don't have a console. Fuck that shit. I used to have a PlayStation, but you know, I was back in the PlayStation 2 days or something, and it farted out, so that was the end of that.
To be honest, like the philosophical mediums in terms of like art and whatever, and like really good movies. To me, I've just been gravitating. I mean, most video games kind of suck in that context, but I mean, there is these really hidden underground games that are kind of really good in terms of like having some sort of context for a story.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of simple when it comes. I just like the puzzle games. I just did I like the Tomb Raider thing. I played that. I could just play Tomb Raider forever if they made enough rooms. I just go from room to room to room to room. That's okay with me. Solve the puzzle, next room. Solve the puzzle, next room. But yeah. I mean, it's all the same kind of themes, basically, right? I mean, just shoot something, figure out something, shoot something, figure out something. Blah blah blah. I'm just saying it's entertainment, but I'm just saying there's no real value in it. I'm just saying it's kind of like wasting your life. So that's why I just don't do it anymore, because it's kind of just wasting my life. Yeah, well, Tomb Raider really was zen. I'll tell you the truth, though. The music was beautiful music, and you could just sit. Like sometimes I just sit, by the waterfall, and I just listen to the music and watch the water ripple, and I just like totally zen out and just be like, yeah, I'm Tomb Raider. It's pretty cool. Yep. Just sitting here watching the water. Yep. So I did like it for that. I don't remember any Final Fantasy. Nope. I don't like games where you have to figure out what you're going to wear and how big should my feet be. And I don't want to do all. I don't want to. I hate when I have to choose my uniform. Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
See,
If a
I love
game,
those kind of games.
if a game requires any preparation whatsoever, fuck it. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I got Grand Theft Auto, you know, and I was gonna try playing the online part of it, and they make you like choose like what your parents look like and your grandparents look like, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. I just stopped playing right away. I didn't even start playing.
Yeah, I just no, I have no patience for that bullshit. As soon as you know, I couldn't play any sports games for that reason. It was just I hated the setup. I was like, fuck you, I'm not doing this.
I mean, for me, those role-playing games were just sort of tapped into my OCD, like my like obsessive compulsiveness, you know, where it's just like I have to make everything perfectly right for my character. And like 5 hours in, I would always reset my character, 'cause I would be like, oh man, I made a mistake, I need to go back or something like that.
Yeah, well then, fuck you. Being an asshole is a stupid game to play. Why don't you just play the
Well,
be
I
an
guess you
asshole?
wish you got a different haircut or something, right?
Fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
No, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
Well, I mean, it would just bug the hell out of me.
Yeah. No, I mean, the only other game I liked was like Formula Racing, and all you had to do was pick your car. Yep, I picked that one. Zoom! Time to go.
Hey Gary, I know you thought Melancholia was a mediocre movie, but there were some pretty good lines in there, right?
I have to think about it for a minute. Uh,
What about the
can't
scene where
handle the truth, bitch. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember that where he says, "You can't handle the truth, bitch." Yeah, that was a great line.
what about the scene where Justine says uh, nobody's going to grieve for the world, nobody's going to miss it. I mean, that's you've been making that point for years, right?
Yeah, but obviously people say shit like that when the world's coming to an end. It's really easy to say, right? It's really easy to say when, oh yeah, well it's all over anyway. So it's really easy to say something shitty about life because yeah, it's over and we're done. So yeah, it's real easy. I'm just saying it takes balls to say it when everything's still working. But yeah, no, it's fine. But I'm just saying, like I said, in that context, what are you going to say? I mean, like let's say if we really the world was coming to an end tomorrow, what would we say? Well, yeah, human beings did sort of suck, didn't we? Yeah, we really didn't do any of the shit we should have done. We never had the flying garbage cans. We didn't have any of Dick Tracy watches. We didn't have any of that shit. We just fucking suck. Well, we sort of almost had the Dick Tracy thing, right? We just don't have it as a watch, but we got like a cell phone, so it's close enough. So okay, we did that. We did the watch thing, but we didn't do the flying garbage can thing. But I mean, we didn't do any of the Buck Rogers shit, really. What else? I'm just saying that, what's your commentary on the human species going to be? You're not going to say, oh yeah, it was so cool. We invented baseball and football and soccer, and we wasted trillions of dollars doing it over and over and over again. Oh yeah, that sucked. So, I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, look, I like the idea of just forcing people to come to grips with what their life is, and maybe the movie does some of that. Maybe I see it could have had more of that in there. I thought that would have been a very good element to have in there, is to have somebody reflecting on how they wasted their life. It would have been interesting to have some of those characters who'd say, like if her father or something said, I lived a really flamboyant and interesting life, but I didn't do a goddamn thing that was worth a damn. Or something, some sort of reflection like that. But all these people were very self-indulgent. They were very self-obsessed. Nobody seemed to really genuinely care about anybody. They only cared about them in some sort of "do you love me" way. If you don't love me, then I don't love you. I mean, it was all so immature, emotionally immature movie, right? I mean, it was just crap.
I actually
Even
thought the
even
first.
the ending, right? So the one bitch is saying to the other, one bitch says, okay, I'm dealing with it. Okay, my husband's killed himself. They got the kid here. How do we do this end of the world thing? And so she says, well, maybe some nice wine and some Beethoven or whatever, right? And then the other chick mocks her and says, oh, I think that's a suck idea. No, let's go into the woods and whittle some sticks and put them in the shape of a teepee and sit on the ground. I mean, what the fuck, right? And they did this in the movie when they're playing music, right? So they played music in the movie, in the end of the movie, right? So even though the dumb bitch, blonde, she gets her way and they die under the stupid teepee, right? You're saying, Well, look, they're doing exactly what the other chick said, except they're not having the wine and they're not sitting in comfy chairs. So why not just sit in the comfy chairs and drink the wine with the good music? And because they've already conceded that the good music makes it more interesting, because the movie is basically playing them. Imagine if they didn't play any music at the end, and they just get wiped out and there's no music, right? It would have sucked.
Well, the
So
whole teepee thing was just for the kid.
I know, but it was stupid. What do you mean it was just for the kid? The kid was, the kid shouldn't even have been awake, right? Because the kid was dog tired just 10 minutes earlier, right? So they should have just let the kid sleep through the whole fucking thing. Why would you even wake the kid up?
I would actually say that I thought the main fault of that movie was just like the whole first half of it was a waste.
Oh, that first half was. I mean, I was sitting there swearing. I was actually swearing at the computer because I'm just saying, what the fuck is this? I don't want to go to this shitty fucking wedding. I hate fucking weddings. I hate fucking parties and all kinds of them. I don't want to be there. Will you take me somewhere else, please? So yeah, I was really pissed. 45 minutes of fucking family drama. Ugh, puke. We've all seen that a million times. Who family drama?
Well, it just seemed to me that like the first half was almost completely unrelated to the second half.
And when you think about it in the context, right? Like later they let you know that the real context is where everybody knows the world's going to probably come to an end in a few days. And so then you think back to that wedding and you're saying none of these people would behave this way. Why would they spend the last moments of their life at some lame wedding? No fucking way. I mean, and the business guy was still doing business and talking about, yeah, we're promoting her to sales executive. And you're saying, why the fuck would you be doing any of that shit if there's like a 50 they're talking about promotions and business? I mean, fucking, that was just so fucking lame. No fucking way that guy would be nowhere near that fucking shithole. He wouldn't be thinking about any of that crap. He'd be thinking about it, well, I wonder if I could send my money into space. I wonder, they'll all be looking for some way to, like, space-proof their car. What do you mean they didn't know that? How could they not know it? It was already in the newspaper. They didn't figure out that the world was coming to an end before she got married. They knew it before she got married.
So, Gary, what would you do if you knew the world was going to end in 2 days?
I don't know. Make a video? Yeah, make a really long video. Well, I'm going to start saying everything I wanted to say. Yeah, so I'll start letting everybody know just how stinky I think their assholes are. So I'll just go down the list of each person. I'll just talk about how I think your asshole is fucking got hemorrhoids on it and is really smelly and stinky. Yeah, I imagine I'll do some whoring around. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to try to find wherever the best orgy is, and I'll go there. Yeah. Yeah, well, you just don't have a subpar orgy. That's all I'm saying. I'm making sure I'm going to a good one. Yeah, exactly. At the pool. Yeah, definitely have to do some pooling. Crank the heater up. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what a Naruto is. If I can't even pronounce a movie's title, then that's really going to be trouble, I think. I hate that. Oh, anime, forget it. Old fan, I don't know if old fan, don't tell old fan, oh, she's in here. But yeah, I saw some of that fucking anime movie she suggested. Holy shit, what the fuck? I couldn't watch it. I mean, I skipped through it, I mean, technically. So I watched probably 40 minutes of it, but I can't watch any more of this. So I kept jumping to see if it would get better. And it just got silly. The whole universe is flying apart and people are floating in space and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, it was like the worst movie ever made. I don't even know what they were thinking. I mean, I didn't know the Japanese did a lot of drugs, but apparently they do a lot of drugs over there in Japan, because that is a fucked up movie.
You have no idea how wacky the Japanese get.
Yeah, and they're not even wacky in some kind of fun sexual way. It's like wacky in silly, stupid, bizarre, fucked up ways.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Gary.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just not, you know, I just didn't see any, there was just nothing, there's no Gary food in that movie. Just wasn't any.
Yeah, I'm not a huge anime fan either, but I do
I
like
like,
their video games.
the
A lot of
one a
them.
real great piece of anime that I forgot about, because I hadn't watched the movie in a while, but I saw Kill Bill again. And, they have this great anime scene in there, where the one of the characters is, her background's described through a little bit of anime. And it's really done well, this little murder scene and stuff, and it's a good little hunk of anime. It really makes the movie interesting. It's a great use of, different media in that movie. It was really a clever movie for a simple premised movie.
Gary, have you ever seen the Pearl Jam video clip "Do the Evolution"?
Yeah, that's a great piece of, whoever thought that up was pretty clever. That's a really brilliant hunk of whatever the fuck that is. It's a brilliant hunk of whatever the fuck that is. I mean, the Tyrannosaurus eating the shark. I mean, that's just a great metaphor, right? The Tyrannosaurus grabs a shark out of the stream. You're just like, oh fuck, that's fucked up. So whoever thought, that guy was, whoever thought up that video was one smart fucker. The whole way the internet goes inside the guy, the two. I mean, it was just so many on so many levels. It was just so clever, to use the chick. It was just really clever. Really is a great piece of video. Yeah, well, Pearl Jam's not awesome, but the video is. Otherwise, their songs really suck, but that one's tolerable, and that video is just excellent.
The lyrics are pretty good for that song. Like, I'm not really a Pearl Jam fan, but that one song is just, it's got everything.
Yeah, they got it right. It's like somebody gets it right every once in a while. It's like Cheap Trick sucks, but they have one song called The Flame, and it's just beautiful. It's in a ballad, and their other shit is just that noisy crap, and it's like, wow, it's just amazing that every other piece of music they made I hated with a passion, but that one song is like, oh, they got me. That's it.
Have you ever listened to
I'm
the
gonna keep
band
playing
Joy
this
Division?
game, Gary. That's your problem, but don't make it mine.
The troll, I just like to break in and be a harassment. I'm like a piece of shit that won't like dog do on your shoe and you can't get it out of the tread of your shoe. I'm proud to be a piece of shit. I'm proud to be a dog do piece of shit that's stuck in your shoe. I like being an obnoxious, rude motherfucker who doesn't pay any attention to civility and personal respect or anything else. He expects respect, but he gives no fucking respect. Oh, I was preaching. Let me finish my preaching next time. Sorry, Chaz, but damn it, when I'm directly preaching at the troll, do not interrupt my preaching.
I think he likes you. Because the feeling is clearly not mutual.
Yeah, well, I'm not, I don't give a shit one way or another. I'll talk to anybody, but I mean, why, to just be obnoxious about it, I mean, I don't know why these people can't let it go.